I was curious if this 2013 Ford Raptor is actually rare. So, I did what any logical person would do. I went to AI, specifically ChatGPT. And make sure you stick around until the end because I found a build sheet online that breaks down the number of every Ford Raptor that was ever made. And if you don't want to watch the video, then you can just skip to the end. At least, just please watch the end. It's going to be worth your time, I pinky promise.
How rare, not dare, rare is my 2013 Ford Raptor? Okay, well, according to Mr. GPT here, he seems to think it is pretty special, especially with the details that I've already told Mr. GPT. It's not one of 50, well, yes, I know that, but it's definitely getting into modern collectible territory. Well, that sounds cool. Let's see what it says. So this fella here says it's a first-gen Ford Raptor.
Yep, it sure is a 2010-14. This here is a 2013.
With things like internal triple bypass Fox shocks,
And you know what? It sure does have the Fox shocks in it.
a 6.2-liter V8.
And guess what? It also has the 6.2 liter in it. ChatGPT's like 2 for 2 or 3 for 3 so far. I mean, that's not bad.
Locking rear differential.
And yes, it also has the locking rear differential. ChatGPT is doing good so far.
And off-road hardware that was very unusual at the time.
Unusual off-road hardware? I don't know what that is. I'm kind of unusual.
But hey, I guess I do got good news. There are plenty of Raptors out there, but the Gen 1 is becoming a classic because it's naturally aspirated.
But yes, this is naturally aspirated, no turbo.
Smaller and lighter than newer Raptors.
I don't actually know if it's lighter than the new Raptors, but we can go with it. It sounds good.
And the first of its breed brother.
I don't know if that's true or not, but that dog right there is the first of its breed. That thing there is kind of a knucklehead.
So according to ChatGPT, my year is one of the better Gen 1 years. I guess my 2013 got some upgrades. They got the 6.2-liter Boss V8 that makes 411 horsepower.
Like I've mentioned like 5 times already, yes, it has the 6.2-liter V8. ChatGPT must really love the 6.2-liter. And you know what? Maybe instead of just sitting here talking about it, maybe we should listen to it. Maybe you guys would like that. Maybe you wouldn't. I don't care, but you're going to listen to it. Here she is. She sounds pretty mint, boys.
Available HID headlights.
Yes, it has HID headlights that have a bunch of dead bugs on them.
Factory beadlock capable wheels.
Well, I think we found the first error in ChatGPT. Mine does not have beadlock wheels on it. Some of them did. This one does not. So that might hurt the rarity a little bit. I just want to know what number it gives me out of 10. That's really all I care about.
Updated electronics.
And yes, this one has updated factory electronics, like the bigger radio here. Again, not a whole lot of a difference.
Terrain paint option.
I kind of figured it was a little bit more rare and unique than black, white, silver. I think silver is like actually the most common colored vehicle in the country. Maybe even the world, I think. I'm not sure. But yes, this is a little bit more unique than black, white, silver.
A lot of Raptors were Super Crew.
Yes, a lot of Raptors may have been Super Crew, and this one is, but I don't know. I don't really understand where ChatGPT is going with this one. I know they have the extended cab and the crew cab.
Loaded.
Most of these are all loaded with the same exact features on the inside. I just don't understand why it says it's loaded. Of course it is. It's the highest trimmed F-150 from this generation that you could get. A little bit of a head scratcher there.
Used as luxury trucks.
And I wouldn't say these were definitely used as luxury trucks. Maybe a very select few, but I'd like to argue with ChatGPT on that one because I don't think that is necessarily the case. Sorry, I felt like I was just pointing at you guys like you were a naughty kid. No, naughty. I've said this in like 5 videos, but I think I got a couple screws loose up here. I'm odd.
My 5.5-foot bed setup is more practical and arguably more desirable to enthusiasts. It's a truck people actually use.
I find this point hilarious. I wouldn't exactly say that a 5.5-foot box on a pickup is the most practical thing. You look at pickups from back in like the 60s and 70s, I'm pretty sure they had like 10 or 12 foot boxes on them. Those puppies were schlong. They were schlong boxes.
The mileage hurts rarity, but helps the story. 126,000 mile Raptor is not rare because of mileage. It's rare because it's...
We found another problem with ChatGPT. It said I had 126,000 miles, but actually, I have 127,000 miles. Nerd.
Still being used, still stock, still capable, not turned into a pavement princess.
But yes, this still gets used. Not a ton, because I got a work pickup right there. Yes, it's stock, other than the exhaust, and I wouldn't say it's a pavement princess, but also it's not. I don't beat on it. I live on gravel. It's kind of hard to have a pavement princess when you live on gravel.
A lot of Gen 1s have blown shocks.
So this does not have blown shocks because I rebuilt them. Hard to tell. They've been rebuilt.
Lifted incorrectly, wrapped, modified heavily, or have rust issues.
It's not lifted. It's not wrapped. It's not heavily modified, but I do got some rust issues starting. You can see a few little flakes right here. But if we go to the other side, that's where the real kicker is, and that's where she's pretty rusty. So yeah, I have the rust issues. I'm kind of exempt from that one.
So it looks like ChatGPT would give a 2013 Gen 1 Raptor a 7 out of 10. With mine, it gave it a 8 out of 10.
So ChatGPT gave this an 8. I don't think this is an 8. I'd say this is probably more of a 5 or 6. I mean, yeah, they're a little bit more rare than like a normal F-150, and they were made for what, 4 years? Again, I don't think that when you start comparing it to like some supercars that there's only like 30 of them made, absolutely, like those are a lot more rare. I don't remember how many were made, so let's go look at the sheet that I found online.
So as you can see here, this sheet is for a 2013 Ford Raptor. If we look at the top, total production, there was 2,052 Terrain Raptors built. And then if we go to the Super Crew, there was 1,727 out of those 2,052. All of them ever made had the 6.2 liter in them. If we go to the interior trim, my Raptor has black leather seats. If you found a Raptor with the black sport cloth seats, there was only one of those ever made. So you have a one of one if you have cloth seats. However, mine has black leather seats. So out of the 2,052 Terrain Raptors made in the year of 2013, 1,651 of them went to the United States. The rest went to Canada or they were exported somewhere overseas.